Hello friends, it's Lisa and welcome to week 2 of the Olympic Games readathon. So I will have last week's vlog linked below in case you want to see what I managed to get read last week, but I have completed 2 prompts, so I'm doing well. I only have 3 more. I did leave my most large and intimidating books for the last 3 that I have to finish this month, but it's fine. And obviously there are bonus prompts, but I don't know if that's going to happen. We'll see. But I'm actually going to make this intro quick because I am joining Sid on her channel for some reading sprints in 15 minutes, so I want to make sure that I'm ready for that in time. But yeah, I think what I'm going to be starting during the sprints is Priory of the Orange Tree. Like I said, the rest of my TBR is a bit challenging, but I am buddy reading this with Sid, Darian, Taylor, and Rachel, so throughout the whole month we're going to be reading this together, and I'm very excited to start it. Darian said it's not too confusing, so I'm just praying my pea-sized brain can do this. So I'm probably going to start this during the sprints and also edit last week's vlog. But yeah, I just wanted to say hello and start this vlog, and welcome to week 2 of the Olympic Games readathon. So some hours have passed. It is now 4:49. I think we were sprinting on Sid's channel for 5.5 hours, so that was good and productive. I did edit a video for the first couple of sprints, but I did manage to start Priory of the Orange Tree, and I'm now on chapter 5, page 52, and I'm definitely taking my time with this. There's a lot of characters, a lot of places, and I really just want to be understanding the overall story, kind of just an understanding of what's going on. I feel like it's important for me to just take my time so I can really understand that. There are a lot of names and places being thrown around, and for part of the sprint I was flipping back and forth between the character information at the back and the maps, and trying to figure out if 2 characters were the same character. I think they're 2 different characters, but I'm really trying to take my time with it and kind of understand it, but I also don't want to spend so much time trying to figure out everything, because I'm sure the more I read, the more I'll understand. So far, it's going well. I feel like I always want to read more high fantasies where there's a lot of world building and characters and things I want to learn. So I am enjoying the experience of reading this book. I am a bit overwhelmed, but I'm definitely enjoying it so far, I think. But yeah, I think I'm now just going to finish up editing that video that I was editing earlier, get it uploaded to YouTube and everything. It's actually the week 1 vlog for this readathon, so if you missed that, I'll have it linked below. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna have a very chill rest of the night. Probably get that video that I was editing earlier just completely done. It's basically done, so I just need to kind of watch through it and make sure it's all set. So I'm gonna do that and probably eat dinner and just have a very chill evening, because after 5.5 hours of being productive, I think I deserve to take a moment to rest. Not much of one, but I sort of have one. So yesterday, I think I filmed me starting to read Priory of the Orange Tree a little bit. Our Wi-Fi kind of went out for 15-20 minutes yesterday, so I was like, you know what? I got nothing else to do now, so I might as well try and read. And it was also really rainy, so I just got really cozy with my blanket and tried to read. But I ended up taking a nap. I read like one chapter of Priory and then my eyes did not want to be open, so I ended up taking like an hour and a half nap, which was not really the plan, and I ended up staying up late last night because I couldn't fall asleep because of the nap. But anyway, I mean, clearly I was tired, so it was fine. But I only read like a chapter of Priory of the Orange Tree yesterday, so I'm now on page 65, and I'm probably going to read more of this today. I'm currently waiting for some video things to work out. Some of my automated captions for the week 1 vlog for this readathon are not loading, so I'm trying a few different things to see if I can get them to work or get like the script of the video some other way, because obviously like writing out the captions for a video takes a very long time. I normally just edit the automated ones that YouTube gives, and that takes a lot less time. So we're gonna see how that goes, but that's what I think I'm gonna work on for a little bit. Maybe read some today. I also would like to start another book that's not on my TBR for this readathon, but I have to read it. So it's actually pretty cool. I did get an e-arc of the book Sleeping Around by Morgan Vega. She's actually a like YouTuber. She has like booktube and authortube content, so I'll have her channel linked below if you guys want to go and check her out. But her debut novel, Sleeping Around, is coming out on August 3rd. So I received an ARC and I need to get that read before the end of the month so I can get a Goodreads review up. So I don't want to wait till the last minute to read that, just because I do have some chunky books on my TBR and I just don't want to put it off and then get stressed about having to get it read in time. So I think I'm going to start that today. Plus it's like a hard-hitting contemporary, so it's very different from a high fantasy. So I think it'll be good if I want to read something if I don't feel like using my brain too much. So I think that will be a good option to kind of bounce between, but obviously that isn't on my TBR for this month. So I'm going to try and get it done pretty quickly so I can get back to the books on my TBR for the Olympic Games readathon, but I probably will start that today. And yeah, I just wanted to update you on what I was reading. And let's just keep our fingers crossed that I can get the automated captions to load or get a transcript of my YouTube video so I don't have to type out the captions. I really don't want to do that. Hey besties, it is now Tuesday, and I feel like it's been a little bit since I've chatted with you all, so I just wanted to give a bit of a reading update. I am currently cutting out some things for my bullet journal spread for next month, which I'm going to film today, and I'm just really excited to film it. Hopefully it comes out well. I feel like a lot of times I'm excited for certain bullet journal spreads and then they don't come out the way I want to, and then I'm not as excited. But I'm really excited for the theme that I'm doing, so if you want to see that, I think it's going up later this week when this vlog is being posted, so in a couple days from now. But yeah, I figured I would give a reading update while I cut out what I need for my journal. So with Priory of the Orange Tree, which is the book that I'm currently reading for the Olympic Games readathon, I'm also reading this for the prompt to read a book with a beautiful cover, in case you were wondering. But I am like 170 pages, I think, into Priory, and so far I'm liking it. I obviously am not super far into the book considering how big it is. It is, you know, 800 pages, so I'm just still near the beginning, but I am liking it. I feel like I've seen people say that it's really slow paced at the beginning, and I think yes, like I agree, but I also feel like the pacing is like perfect for setting up the beginning of the story. I feel like it's slow enough where I'm understanding like where the characters are, who the characters are, what they're doing, and like things about the world and everything. Like I'm getting a good understanding of all of that stuff, but it's not so slow that I'm like, okay, I'm just bored getting all this information. When are things going to start happening? I feel like things are kind of happening already, but it definitely is slow enough where you're not like scrambling to understand like who characters are and what's going on. So I feel like it's a good pacing for the beginning of the story, and I have heard that like once you get kind of past the 200 page mark, I think things start to really start happening. So I'm excited. I'm definitely interested in what's going on and what all the characters are doing. So yeah, so far so good with that one. And I also think Darian, who is one of the 5 people that's in this Priory buddy read, she's like halfway through the book already, and I am not. I don't think anyone is that close. I think I'm the closest to Darian. So I would like to read a little bit today as well. I obviously am going to do that probably after I finish doing my bullet journal spreads. I'm going to do this and then probably just spend the rest of the day reading if possible, because it is like a really rainy and just kind of not so great day, but a good reading day. I also have been here and there picking up Sleeping Around by Morgan Vega. This is the arc that I was talking about, and obviously like it's not a priority for the readathon, but it's a priority to get done by the end of the month. So I have been slowly making my way through that, and I think I've only read the first like 5 chapters of that, so I'm not super far into that either, but I am liking that as well. So I'm having a good time with the reads that I'm currently making my way through, and I just wanted to update you guys on my reading. I'm now going to go and film my bullet journal spreads for next month, and hopefully they come out as well as I'm hoping they are, because I'm very excited about the theme. So fingers crossed it comes out okay. But I'm also probably going to read a little bit later, probably will film some of that, and I'm hoping I can get a decent amount done today. I'm definitely not going to get caught up to Darian, but I would like to get a little bit closer to where she's at. Alright, hello. It is now Thursday, so I'm going to wrap up this vlog here. I know I have not vlogged much the past 2 days, but I have good reasons. I feel like these vlogs are low-key cursed because I just keep not vlogging, but Tuesday I filmed my August bullet journal setup. Like, I think I updated you guys before I started doing that, so I think you saw that about to happen, but it took me a really long time to film that because things just kept going wrong. It only took me like actually filming and setting up the bullet journal an hour and 45 minutes. But from start to finish, it took me 3.5 hours just to get through it because of how many times I had to stop and all the different things that were happening. So it was just not a very good time. So that took a lot longer than I anticipated on Tuesday. And then the rest of the day I was visiting and spending time with family. So I just didn't really read much. I read a little bit of the arc that I have later that night, but only like a couple chapters. So not much reading happening there. And then yesterday I ended up having a migraine. I woke up and noticed that I had like these weird like wave-like little things in the corner of my vision, which happened the last time I got a migraine, which at that time, that was the first time I'd ever gotten a migraine, so I didn't know what it was and why that was happening. But this time I woke up, noticed that it wasn't going away, and I was like, I'm gonna take some medicine and hopefully that will help the migraine not get to a super bad point. So I did have a pretty bad headache earlier in the day yesterday, but it wasn't as bad as it could have been, and I basically just slept on and off all day yesterday. When I wasn't sleeping, I was like listening to a podcast and watching Gilmore Girls. Like, that's what I did yesterday. No reading because I didn't want to strain my eyes. So yeah, it hasn't been a very exciting past few days over here, but hopefully next week we can get some more reading done, can do some more vlogging as well. It's now the 15th of July, so we're halfway through the month, which means we're halfway through the readathon, and I am not even close to being halfway through my TBR. So definitely have a lot of progress to make. So if you are participating in this readathon, definitely let me know in the comments below like how you're doing, how far into your TBR you are, if you're on to like the extra bonus challenges. I would love to know. And if you're maybe struggling to get through your TBR like I am, also let me know, because I want to know that I'm not alone. But I think that that is going to complete this week's vlog. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in week 3's vlog.